I got punched in the bathroom one time. I was in the urinal and a guy tapped me on the shoulder and I turned around. He punched me twice in the face. So we had that going on. I got stabbed by a girl with a pencil in the 8th grade. She stabbed me a few times.
Why?
Because she stole something from me and I pushed her head and then she stabbed me a bunch of times. And
no teachers intervened.
No, there was no teacher in the room, but I did snitch. The moment the teacher came back, I said, she just stabbed me.
It's breaking bread.
Hey, everybody. Today's episode is brought to you by the good people at tompapa.com. Wow. It's really hard to get these guys. We feel pretty lucky. My tour dates. I'm going heavy starting in September. We're doing a whole bunch of dates. We're going to Erie, Pennsylvania. We're going to Pittsburgh, Morgantown, West Virginia. Then we're off to Canada. We're doing a bunch of shows in Regina and Winnipeg. And then, St. John's and Moncton, a bunch of places up there. Big shows coming up in Philadelphia, New Jersey, a whole bunch, all the way through to the end of the year on the Grateful Bread Tour. Go to tompapa.com and look up all of those beautiful tour dates. We'll be doing book signings. There may be some pugs involved. We're very excited. Also, if you're not a member of the Patreon yet, you really should join. It's a great way to support the podcast. And we get extra bonus material. A lot of it's silly. A lot of it's fun. And we were really starting to grow that. We're interacting with the fans a lot more. So if you get a chance, go over to patreon.com, look up our podcast, Breaking Bread with Tom Papa, of course, and join up. It's a great way to support us and expand the community and have some fun. And that's it. Yeah, I'm just going to do the podcast now.
I'm tired. I want to do it, and I'm like, this is great, but I'm tired.
I know. That happens to me every time I go to New York. I'm like, I just pack it, try and get everything in, and then I'm like on my way scurrying to go do another spot or whatever, and I just see people at cafes just like outside with wine and food. I'm like, those people are living.
Yeah, I wish I had not said yes to the Comedy Store show tonight. I mean, I have my own show, so it's nice, but I wish that I was not doing that.
Yeah, it's your own show?
It's at 10:30. I want to be asleep.
Yeah, exactly. I think someone asked me to do a 10:30 game show there.
Yeah.
Is that the way you're doing?
Story Wars?
Yeah, maybe.
I know that's what they're doing that also there. No, it's my show where I'm doing stand-up.
Oh, cool.
So it's, it's fun. That's what I like to do, but not at 10:30.
I know.
People,
a sweet 8 o'clock.
They keep putting me. I did 10 o'clock in Vegas recently, and I was like, this is not selling well because I'm not a.
Oh, at the Venetian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I was there the last weekend that they did the early one at 8. And the guy's like, yeah, so this is the last weekend in the showroom. We're going to move it and go to this bigger space, and the shows are going to be at 10. And I was like, well, it was nice working with you.
Yeah.
My people are in bed by 10.
I'm not a 10 p.m. crowd either.
Right?
The show was pretty good. It ended up being good in the end, but I'm not a 10 p.m. crowd.
It's not, I don't think, I mean, you talk to Kathleen Madigan, a whole bunch of great comics. When they're adding a second show, they're going 4.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than later.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that yet, but it's
I want to just do the 4 p.m. show.
just do 4 and then go to dinner.
Yeah, be done. Be done. That's where it's at for me.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the special.
Thank you.
It's really great.
Thank you.
It's really funny, and we just hung out a little bit earlier. You really, really just make me laugh. It's just you get me. Like, there's certain comics, as you know, in life, there's certain comics that just get you and make you laugh uncontrollably, and I find myself giggling like a little kid.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably have a similar sense of humor, a more dry comedy, and I like dry comedy.
Yeah.
That's my favorite stuff.
Right.
Just really like not punching you in the face with it, but just bringing you in.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna come on in, but it's so well crafted too.
Yeah,
it's really did really good work on it. A lot of nice callbacks. The jokes just build. You have a good through line. It's like it's interesting. I don't know if you get this, but every time I leave stage, I'm always thinking, was that enough?
Oh, yeah.
Was that good enough? Was it big enough? Was it long enough?
My live shows, I do an hour 20 sometimes because, I'm like, especially when it's newer stuff, I go, well, I want to, if it's not as funny as I want it to be, I at least want to be out there a long time.
Right. And then watching you from the outside, I'm like, yeah, that is an hour is enough. Like, that's a great show. An hour of like, we went on a journey. There was a lot of stuff. I didn't get bored, and it was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I wrestle with the idea of having just with openers, just finding someone in the city I'm in, having them do 10 minutes, and then I just do the rest of the show.
Is that how you do it?
That's not how I do it now, but it is an idea I mess around with because I'm like, they are just coming to see me.
Yeah.
And then I'm bringing someone, I'm helping pay for flights, I'm paying for hotels, and I'm like, I could find, because I found a local guy in Idaho when I was there, because I didn't know anybody around, and I thought, well, that'll be an expensive flight.
Yeah.
And he was so happy to do the show.
Yeah.
That I'm like, he was much happier than my friends that I bring.
Right. He really thinks this is great.
Yeah. He posted about it for weeks after.
Oh, really?
I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Was he funny? Did you vet him before you asked him?
I watched a video and I was like, okay, this is good enough. But he actually did a really great job. The video, I was like, I don't know how he'll do, but he did really great.
And when you announce him to come out, do you say anything like, this is right from right here in town?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you're very on.
Right.
I don't even know how to say on.
Yeah, your very own.
Yeah. Your very own.
Own.
Yeah.
You did a good job saying oil in your special.
Oh, yeah. Well, I struggle with it because, you say oil and then, but you're from the South and it's like oil.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I want to do both.
You
I want them to, Southern people to know I know how to pronounce it their way.
Right.
I'm not traded on you. I'm not enunciating all the way.
But I'm gonna enunciate for the rest of the joke.
Yeah, but I also want other people to know that I can't say the word.
Do you have a bigger following in the South, or has Netflix expanded it to everywhere?
I think the South is still where I have the most. The Midwest I do really well too, but that's where I've always gone when I was coming up as a feature.
Right.
I would just drive around to the Southeast and the Midwest.
Right.
Phoenix, I have a pretty good following there because I just have been there a bunch.
Yep.
And there's various places. Oddly enough, I sell really well in Seattle and Portland, Oregon. Too.
Sure, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But there still are pockets. Like I did Bakersfield earlier this year, and I sold practically no tickets. It was a hot show.
Yeah.
The people who did come were there to see it.
Yeah.
And I was making fun of myself for not selling a lot of tickets. And I say, when you don't sell tickets, people give you all the excuses. They go, well, it's this going on in the South. They go, well, it's football season.
Right.
And I'm like, well, it's Friday. And they go, yeah, high school football.
Yeah.
And then someone yelled out, they go, graduation. And I go, yeah, it could be anything. And then turns out, apparently I was there on the weekend of all the high schools in Bakersfield, high school graduation. So...
Yeah, you can't call that.
People emailed me and they said, we wanted to come, but our kids were graduating.
Yeah. The worst one I ever got in a club was they told me that this when I was coming up, I said, yeah, it seems a little light. They're like, well, yeah, the ice sculpting contest. I was like, really? I'm being outdone by ice?
Oh, yeah. That's too bad. Yeah, Greg Warren, I think it was, told me he was working somewhere and the sales were light and the guy goes, hey, it's not your fault, man. It's prom this weekend.
Right.
And it's like, prom? High school students?
Yeah. Did you ever do prom shows coming up?
No.
In New York, they had prom shows.
Oh.
It was a horrible idea.
Wow.
To take kids in high school from prom, and rather than let them go party, they would bus them to the comic strip or Caroline's.
Wow.
And some kids came from the Bronx, some kids came from Long Island, but they were all kids, and they were all drunk, and they would all rather be somewhere else having a good time. And they're now at a comedy club. It started at 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Oh, no.
It was nightmarish shows. You would
can't
wait
get laid
all
in the club.
day, you know. And as a comic, you just try and stay up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to go just get your ass kicked by teenagers.
Oh, that's awful. My cousin taught at a school, and she kept trying to get me to do shows at her middle school.
Oh, God.
And I was like, no, I'm never going to do this. And if you keep asking, we may not talk anymore. But high school was my worst nightmare. High school students doing comedy for them.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awful.
Brutal. Because they don't laugh. I did one, Kyle Dunnigan?
Yeah.
Kyle and I did high school together when we were coming up. And they were like, you got to be really clean. You got to be really clean. And we were like, oh okay. And he went up first. And the problem is you start bombing because it's high school kids and they don't care about your apartment or your bills or whatever.
And they don't get jokes.
They don't get jokes. And he starts bombing and he starts going into a song of his about the St. Patrick's Day parade, letting gay couples in the parade. And one of the lines is, and I heard him starting to go into it. I'm like, oh no, I know the song, and this should not be for high school students. And one line was like, "If your ass be the ladle, me cock be the stew."
Wow.
No, if your cock be the ladle, me ass be the stew. And I'm like, oh no. And so he does this thing. Then I go up, I start bombing, and I start doing crowd work and hitting on the teacher, the cute teacher. And at the end of the night, the principal came up, and he had some kids were holding brownies and a sign, "Thank you for performing at our school." And they were all, greeting us. And the principal comes barging in. He's got a Winnie the Pooh tie on.
Oh, gosh.
And he goes, "What the hell were you thinking? If we cock be the ladle, we ass be the stew." These are high school students. There are 14-year-old children out there. And we got in trouble. It felt like a principal, it felt like we were back in school being attacked by the principal.
It's tough to get yelled at a guy wearing a Winnie the Pooh tie, though.
It really hurt. It really hurt.
I did a college thing. This was before I really was even doing comedy, but my friend was a part of this. It was kind of a fraternity thing. And he goes, "I can't do it. Will you do it?" And it paid like $100. And to me, I was like, I was living in Charleston. I could walk across the street, make $100. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I remember being up there. I had this joke where I go, "I had this girl at my apartment the other night." And this guy goes, "No, you didn't." And it's just like, oh no.
Yeah, you're right. Tell me about life in Charleston. Because you talk about it in your special, and it was a funny to hear of Dusty's past, which sounded a little drunk and a little rough and tumble.
Yeah, I mean, I moved to Charleston at 21,
Okay.
and I'm from Alabama, and I always looked young, so I never snuck into bars. I drank a little bit, but I never snuck into bars. But I basically moved to Charleston, this nice city, and now I can get into bars. And I just, I had no class about me. No, I didn't know anything. But I can just get into bars. And I'm just getting hammered all the time.
Is that why you moved there?
Well, I moved to just get out of my hometown. I wanted to see a little something else. I just was like bored, and I'm like, I think there's more out here.
Yeah.
So I went to this city, and I was having trouble meeting people. But you go into bars, and that's where everyone's at.
Right.
So I'm hanging out with the restaurant people that I work with, and I'm just getting hammered. I don't know how to handle myself. I don't realize that I later read an Alcoholics Anonymous book and realized I probably have this form of alcoholism like binge drinking to where once alcohol gets in your system, you're really fired up to drink.
Yeah, just keep hammering.
And that's probably what I have, if that's a thing to have. And I just would get wasted. And I would just make a fool of myself. And everyone was drinking and driving. I mean, when you tell people about it now, they're so shocked by it. But I'm like, there was no Uber, no Lyft. There were some cabs, but it wasn't, you didn't just go out and hail a cab.
No.
You had to call a number.
An ordeal.
And they may come, they may not.
Right, exactly.
So we just drove. And it wasn't even weird.
You're right.
We
Everyone left the bar and got in their car.
Yeah, we would wait tables and we would leave the restaurant, go to a bar and drink until they kicked us out. And then we'd all go get in our cars and drive home.
Oh my God.
Nobody thought it was weird at all.
No.
And sure, there were accidents and tragedies.
You're right.
But we
People
were
got
just
seriously hurt.
yeah, but we were like, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. And it sounds bad. I'm sensitive to it now.
I know.
I get it, but it is what we were doing.
When I was watching the special, I was with my daughter, and she's 20, and she grew up with Uber and all this stuff, and kids that had gotten into crashes, whatever. And I felt her when you said that you drove drive. She like looked up.
Yeah.
It is such a weird thing, but they don't realize that's kind of the way it was up until now.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time, even when we had phones, where you would be like, oh, my phone died, or I left my phone at home.
Right.
And it wasn't a big deal. You're like, oh, that's too bad. You're like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You had a Nokia. You dropped it in water on the way in. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now we're like tied to our phones.
It's amazing.
But I mean, we were just partying. I lived on the beach.
Yeah.
For a while, I lived downtown. I also lived on the beach for a while.
Oh, that's nice.
And we would just, downtown was about 15 minutes from the beach.
Yeah.
We would drink on the beach and then go, you want to go downtown? And then we'd drive downtown and then drink downtown and then we'd drive home back to the beach.
So great. What do you call in the special? Salty?
Salt Life.
Salt Life.
Salt Life. Yeah,
Salt Life.
everybody has these stickers on the back of their cars called Salt Life. I have seen a few that say Slut Life on the back, and they're just, I don't know why you would ever put that on your car, but I have seen that on car. And we would just, I remember I left a party. In the joke, I say I was alone, but my friend was with me. And we wrecked. And, it was just like.
And did you really flip?
I really flipped. And it was scary.
Yeah.
But we're going to walk home, and a guy picks us up, takes us home. And the next day, I have to go get my car. My car got towed in the night.
Right.
So I have to go get it. So I dress really nice. And I go out to eat with my friend. We go have lunch, and we're like prepping. He has a beer at lunch. I'm like, I took a month off of drinking, and he's like, I don't know, I'm hungover. And I go. I'm like, I'm so worried that I'm about to still get in trouble.
Yeah, of course.
So I prepare myself. When you're in trouble, you speak properly, you dress nice, and you go. You have to get a release form from the police station to get your car back.
Say sir a lot.
Yeah, and they just I go, yeah, swerve to miss a deer, and they just gave me the release form, and I went to the tow truck company, and I had it in my head that the car's fine.
Right.
That I'm going to just drive right out of there. And it was demolished. It looks so bad.
Not drivable?
Not drivable. I think, the axle of the car, the front axle was ripped back.
Oh my God.
Where the accident was at, there was a telephone pole and also a broken telephone pole, not from me. So I think an accident had happened there before.
Same spot.
It was a 90-degree turn, and I think I sailed off and I hit the thing, and it ripped the axle back and then spun us and flipped us.
Oh my God.
It must have been a horrendous wreck.
Oh my God. Did you have your seatbelt on?
No. The airbags came out.
Oh,
we were
okay.
never wearing the seatbelts back then. This was back when people would tell you, they would go, it was a good thing you were drunk because your body was loose.
Whenever I would hear that, I was like, that's all you got to do when you get in a wreck. Just kind of relax.
Just be loose,
Yeah.
And the car, we landed on the roof of the car. I found my glasses at the scene of the accident, along with a lot of my CDs.
Oh, you went to the scene.
Yeah, got my glasses back.
And your CDs.
Some CDs are strewn about. It was a real mess.
Oh my God. You're lucky you were alive.
I know.
Jeez.
Many times I'm lucky to be alive.
Oh, really?
It is, that's the only wreck I had, but I had quite a few fender benders back then.
I love the line when you say after the wreck, you're like, I got to walk home. I don't know if if I don't know, I know if I stay.
Yeah, I said, I don't know if I get in trouble for leaving the scene of the accident, but I know I'll get in trouble if I stay.
Right.
And that, really yeah, so you got to get out of here.
Yeah, you got to go.
Yeah. Can't be around the car when the cops show up.
Yeah, drunk.
Yeah.
Just go.
You got to I was like, I don't know what to do, but being here is not going to help.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you had stayed there, the cops come, you're in jail.
Yeah. You got to get out of here. And I was just concerned about my job, because I had a job where I drove for work.
Oh, geez.
You can't get a DUI and keep
Was this the
job.
pesticide time?
Pesticide job, yeah.
Right.
So I traded that car. Well, my mom had a car. We made a little money off insurance. I was still able to claim it. And then I had a 1984 Buick LeSabre.
Right.
So that's what I drove for a while after that.
Yeah, I think my grandmother had that. I borrowed that a lot.
It was I wish I had the car now.
Yeah.
Because it was a little raggedy and I didn't have any money to fix it. But I could do something to it now.
It was classy.
It was like, I think the shocks were bad or something, but just kind of floated.
Yeah.
I used to get pulled over all the time in that car.
Yeah.
I got pulled over really drunk in that car, me and the same guy. You don't learn a lot. You don't learn anything. You wreck your car drunk. You're out driving your new one drunk.
With the same guy that supports all your bad decisions.
We were driving. We left a bar, still a little daylight, and we were driving, and we were on a kind of a 4-lane, but downtown. And a guy had left his gas station gas tank flap open, and my buddy goes, close that thing. And so I'm driving, hanging out the window, trying to close the flap. And then I get pulled over. And I think the cop was leaving the force because he gave me a ticket, but way down the road, months and months, a ticket for no seatbelt, no registration, I was a mess. And then when I went to court, he had left the force.
Oh, really?
So all my charges got dropped.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And he didn't clock that you were drunk?
I don't know. I think I just happened to get the cop that was tired of the job. He's like, I don't even want to do that paperwork. I'm about to quit soon. Yeah. I got the cop on a 2-week notice. And he's like, I don't care.
Did you close the flap?
We never got the flap.
Never did.
Never got the flap.
I like your friend just in the passenger seat with the dumbest advice he could give you.
Oh, my friend was an alcoholic, and we were the kind of friends that we couldn't embarrass each other.
Right.
So that's the best and worst kind of friend to have.
Yeah.
Because I would go out drinking with friends, and I would get a little out of control, and they would kind of go, hey, lock it up,
Yeah.
And then I go, okay. But this guy, he didn't care. He was down for it. We get kicked out of a bar, we laugh our way to the next one.
Yeah.
We used to get into fights, not physical fights, but verbal altercations. I remember throwing a bunch of coasters at some people one time. They were arguing with me. I just threw the coasters.
Did you ever have to fight, like fist fight?
I got beat up once, but I never wanted to fight.
Right.
I just wanted to push it right to the line.
You're right.
I wanted to see how mad could I make them without actually fighting.
And then one
I got into a fight. Yeah, I got beat up by several people. I was pretty blacked out, got a little hazy drunk, and got thrown down on the ground. I got kicked a bunch, and
your friend's just watching.
He got kicked out. I don't know. Actually, to this day, I don't know what happened to him. I think he got afraid. He said he got kicked out. I think he was afraid.
He just ran and left you.
I think so.
How long was this period of your life?
Till 29. So for about 8 years, this went on.
Run.
Yeah, it went on for longer than it should have. Yeah. And eventually, but I switched friends. I would move around, and then I would say 2008. So what would that put us? How old would I be in 2008? 26. So about 5 years into that, I started doing comedy.
Okay.
So I started hanging out with a bit of a different crew of people.
Right.
We were still getting hammered, but nobody was trying to fight, so it kind of became a different thing.
Right.
So the last few years, it was a little more calm.
And was it because you were getting on stage?
I think so. I was able to get a little of that energy I had out.
Right.
I think I was just craving some sort of attention.
Yeah.
And then when I would drink, I would just try to get it any way I could.
Right.
But now
Tossing
that
coasters.
Yeah. Yell at some people.
Right.
But then when I started doing comedy, then I could, now I could, make people laugh and meet people that way. And it was getting better.
So it's getting better. But so when you were starting stand-up, were you going up drunk? Were you drinking for your shows and stuff?
In the early days, I was hosting an open mic at a place called the Upper Deck, which was a real dive bar. It smelled like urine, so they would burn incense in there but it was still a hipster college bar.
Where?
In Charleston. So you would have to go in a little alleyway and then upstairs. Very cool bar.
Yeah.
And so I started doing an open mic there, and I would get drunk throughout the mic because there was no pay. It was just, I would get a bar tab. They gave me a free bar tab. So I would just drink throughout the night. So it started off smooth, but as the night would go on, I would introduce a comic, and then I would just disappear. I would be drinking or smoking cigarettes out front.
Yeah.
I had comics who had never done comedy, who didn't know what to do.
Doing 10 minutes.
Doing 10, 15 minutes. They had no idea. They didn't know to just get off the stage. I didn't know how to run a mic. I was just trying to get stage time. I was in the bar drinking, and I told my friend, I go, what we need, because we had no comedy club. We had no structure. I go, what we need is a place to do comedy every week. And I didn't know I was sitting next to the owner. And he goes, here, every Monday. So we just start showing up and taking over.
Yeah.
And that was our path into comedy.
That's good.
All of us, we were just improvisers.
Were you a different kind of comic? Like we all are when you start.
I was a little dirtier, but I've always been pretty clean. But, I was kind of, other than when I would go on these drunk rants, I was a bit more of a deadpan comic than I am now. I really liked Mitch Hedberg when I first started, so I was really doing a Mitch thing, trying to do a lot of one-liners, and I love that. But, I don't know. What he did was very special. So
very special. But I thought about him last night when I was watching your special, actually. The way you kind of kicked your head back and the hair. He had not the same hair, but hair was a thing. Yeah. And he did pop into my mind.
Yeah, for years I only listened to Mitch Hedberg. I had never actually seen what he looked like, but I had the Strategic Grill Locations album. I remember a girl come over to my apartment. I still think about this. She was very attractive, and I think we might have hooked up. We didn't, but I think we could have. And I think about it sometimes, and I go, I'm upset with Mitch Hedberg. But I had this album, we put it on, and it was so good that we just listened to the whole thing and laughed the whole time. Yeah. And I go, when it was over, I go, my neighbors have to hear this. So I took it upstairs, and me and her went upstairs to my neighbor's house and listened to it again.
Amazing.
And it all works out for the best. But I just remember being so blown away. I'd never heard comedy like that.
Yeah, it was really special.
Yeah.
Such a shame. He would have been so huge.
I know.
God, I remember he came to the cellar once. I was just finding my way there, and he came in like this fur jacket. It was like so poofy, like his head was just like nestled in this big white nesty kind of like poofy thing, and he had the glasses and the big like reddish sunglasses, and it was like, what is this guy? He's so different from all of us. And then he would just fire these great jokes and then leave. It was just amazing.
Yeah, I really hate that I missed that whole thing. Yeah. But, that album was great, and then I also was listening to an album, the Steve Martin Let's Get Small album.
It's the first one I ever heard.
Oh yeah.
First comedy album I ever heard.
I love that album so much.
So good.
And when I listen to it now, I can hear stuff that I've taken from that. Oh yeah. And I love how he could be so absurd and so serious at the same time. Yeah. He's like the straight man and the absurd guy all in one person. And I love that.
Yeah.
And I just,
you have that.
and I don't know. To me, it showed me it's like, you really can do whatever. You can be silly, but not over the top silly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, you could be silly once, I don't know if this is universal. I mean, there's probably guys that are just silly, but for your kind of thing, you can be silly because they know you're smart.
Yeah.
So they know, like, they're watching you tell all this stuff and have these insights.
Oh, yeah.
And then you being silly is like, it just, you created space for yourself.
Yeah, and that's why I like a joke. We did talk about this earlier, but that's why I like a joke like it that I have where I say well over 50, where the joke is that the joke is not that good.
Right.
Right? And you make fun of the fact that you wrote a joke that's not that good.
Yeah.
But in making fun of that joke, you're now making people laugh.
Yeah.
So if you're making people laugh, is it a bad joke?
Right.
You know?
Then you bring it back, which is so great.
Yeah.
You bring it back once or twice.
I think once. I did have another time where I was trying to bring it back, and then I thought, well, maybe I do it twice.
I think you might. And you kind of sneak it in, and it does great.
Yeah.
This joke that you said, it doesn't do that great, and you prove that it doesn't do that great, and then you get a laugh off of that. But then later on, it like really works.
Yeah, I've kept jokes in the past in a set just because it's a good callback later. Like the joke itself might be okay.
Yeah.
But it's worth it to just plant that little seed just to do the callback later.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where we like living in this age of comedy clips. Mm-hmm. We lose the whole callback thing.
Right.
I love callbacks, and I think it's a big
Yeah.
part of comedy, and we lost it because everybody just wants clips.
I know, and you do such a good job with it in this special. I think you have like 3 or 4 callbacks.
I love callbacks.
Really good.
I think callbacks are so fun.
They're so fun, especially when they're subtle.
Yeah.
When they're kind of like sneaky and you don't see it coming. And it was just really well done.
Yeah, because we, in Charleston, we were just all these improvisers, and we had no stand-up club. We just had an improv scene. So it was all these improvisers that just decided to do stand-up. So we were just doing it with ourselves, and, we would all help each other. And then in improv, we did mostly long-form improv. So you're kind of learning these callbacks because you have the first part, and then the whole second part of the show is to do callbacks.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're all into it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, we would make, like, road comics would come through and do our mics, and we would all make fun of them, and we felt like we were all better than them.
Right.
And then I started working the road later and realized how good these road comics were that we were making fun of.
Right.
They're like, wow, these guys really, because I started to struggle on the road.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, the audiences I'm dealing with a lot of times, they're not into this quirky improv stuff.
Yeah.
So I started switching it up, and I started wearing a trucker hat as kind of a joke because I had trucker hats that I would wear, but I thought they were funny, and I started wearing them in some of these clubs, and it like started to help me in a weird way. I felt like it now opened this door to some of these road gigs.
How so?
I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like I was looking more of a...
Like you belonged?
Yeah,
like
I was still doing trailer park jokes.
Right.
But I think before I started wearing the hat, they thought I was making fun of them.
Right.
And then with the hat, they were like, oh, this guy's one of us.
Right.
And then I just loved wearing a hat. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just do that.
It was great.
Yeah.
I wish I had thought of that. I wouldn't have to just watch my hair slowly go away.
Yeah, it's never too late to wear a hat,
Yeah, probably. I wear hats all the time, but never on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. Your trailer park stuff is so funny when you talk about the porch and all of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that joke, too, it's like, see, I brought back one old joke from the Netflix half hour that I did. I brought an old joke about country music. I say a good country song can have you reminiscent about times you never had.
Such a great line.
And I brought it back because I wanted to do that Joe Diffie joke. And the Joe Diffie joke, I feel like needs that setup because that is that.
Right.
I listened to him talk about his home, and I remember thinking, oh, yeah, home was an easy chair with my daddy there. And I'm like, well, my parents are divorced.
Right. Yeah. He had an easy chair, but it was in
It wasn't at our house.
Right. With his other family.
Yeah. So I'm like that. And then, and then I'm thinking about my mom. And then I go, in a trailer, we don't even have a back porch because we don't have a back.
Right.
The front is this little narrow part and the back is really narrow. And that joke always faded out. It never, it was
really?
like, it's like a song that, there's no ending. They just keep playing and the volume fades out.
It's so funny. You mean the side?
As I get to the end of the joke, that's why I started doing that joke where I go, a lot of these jokes end long before I stop talking.
Right.
To me, it's all about, that's the silliness of it.
Right,
It's like every joke is not going to have the perfect ending, but can we still find a way to make it funny?
Right. So good.
And that's why, like that Steve Martin, Let's Get Small. I mean, at one part he goes, we're having some fun now. And I just think that's so fun. It's just so silly.
Yeah.
He's like, he goes, I am waiting for the drugs to take effect.
Grandpa bought a rubber. And I didn't even know what a rubber was at the time. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You like country music. Are you upset that pop stars are getting into it?
Yeah, actually, I talk about this a lot, and
You do?
I don't think anyone cares about my opinion.
I do. That's why I'm asking.
In the country music world, I just did a interview with the Rolling Stone, which was very exciting for me.
That's cool.
And they titled it that I'm saying that what is country and what's not country, but it is upsetting. Because it wouldn't upset me if they made country and sounded country. Like, I would love to hear the real Beyonce country album. Like, let's do Beyonce doing some covers of some classic country. She covered Jolene, but then changed Jolene. It's like, that's what I want to hear.
Right.
Let's hear Post Malone cover a Hank Sr. song.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Let's not. I mean, country has become so pop.
It's really pop.
That pop singers are getting in there, and it's just like, you're just doing the pop country thing.
It's more like it's just marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Beyonce's won every award, so we got to get her into country so she can win a country award.
Right.
There's no more awards left for her to win.
Yeah. Do you like Sturgill Simpson?
I love Sturgill. That meta modern country sounds or whatever the album is.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
And his bluegrass one was good. And then the one that he's done as Johnny Blue Skies, I like it. It didn't have the impact that early one had on me, but it's still good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's one of those guys, like, he earned your loyalty just from that first album, that you'll go wherever he wants to go.
Absolutely. And, I think he's covered some, he did a whole Grateful Dead thing.
Oh, really?
Which I became a Grateful Dead fan late in life.
Yeah.
I never was into it. And then I just discovered it a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, this is good.
Yeah, it's really
good. I knew the, Uncle John's band and a few of the ones that
Street.
Yeah. But I heard it's a live album. I never can remember the album, but I heard it on Spotify one day and I go, wow, this is great.
Yeah. With the Jerry years.
Yeah.
And then I used to go see them all the time.
And then I saw Sturgill covering a couple of songs live. I didn't see it live, but I saw a live version.
Oh, really? I didn't know he did that.
Oh, this is great.
My other guy I really like is Tyler Childers.
I like him too. I don't know a ton of his stuff, but I do.
He's such a good
do
writer.
Like him. Yeah.
You would really like him.
Yeah.
His writing is so good.
Yeah, I like the one song that he refuses to play now.
Yeah, pretty.
Little Feathered Indians.
Little Feathered Indians.
Yeah, I think. I just saw the Bob Dylan movie, and I really like it. And I liked, and which I feel like I'm kind of sick of like movies about musicians. But for whatever reason, I watched it. I used to love Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And I like this a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
And I like that he is like, I'm going to play whatever I want to play. And I don't care what you want me to play.
Yeah.
And I feel like that about Tyler Childers. I mean, he's like, listen, I know you like the song.
Yeah.
but you can hear that on a record. Let me play my new stuff.
Yeah. And it's really because it's out of respect for his wife, right?
Oh, I don't know why. I just assumed he's like, quit telling me to play that song.
No, I heard that it was because his wife knows it was about his ex.
Oh.
And out of respect for her, he doesn't do it.
I like that.
Yeah, that sits well.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also
It's such a good song, though.
It is a good song. It's
a great
really
song.
good.
Yeah.
But I was like, I saw Damian Rice. I used to really like Damian Rice, and I saw him at the Ryman one time, and people just kept yelling, requested him.
Oh yeah.
And I hated it so much. I was like, just let him play.
Let him do
but
his
even
thing.
my friend that I was with, she was like, well, we paid money to see him. He should play the songs we want to play. And I'm like,
jeez.
but he's a really good musician. Just let him. He's not a jukebox. Just let him play what he wants to play.
Yeah. Anything you're listening to now?
I listen. I'm always listening to country. I can't think of anything new. I like classical music a lot, and I listen to a lot of cello music.
Oh yeah, Bach.
Well, I just find cello is so relaxing. There's other classical that can like fire you up.
Yeah.
And that's not why I'm listening. I do listen to some of that, but cello is very relaxing.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
And I try to anytime you look up cello, it's that Yo-Yo Ma, always that one song.
The Bach.
So I have to find it and then delete that one off the playlist because you've heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah, no, and then go to all the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that I had somebody. I mean, my friend Jesse Daniel, he's a California country guy.
Oh yeah.
He has a lot of good stuff. He has a new album. I like his stuff.
Oh, cool.
There's a lot of new country out there that I really like. We talked about Coulter Wall earlier. He's great.
So good.
Yeah.
Really good voice. If you had a bottle of water, would you rather it be still or sparkling?
Oh, still all day.
Yeah.
I can't get into the sparkling water. I've had some, and I don't know.
Was the water on stage and you made those jokes about it not being cracked, was that a real moment or?
It was a real moment.
It was?
It was a real, because I feel like when you're recording, right, you can play around a little bit because if it doesn't pay off, you can just cut it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually make a lot of water bottle jokes in my shows. But yeah, when I turned it, it was not.
It didn't crack.
Yeah. But I was like, that's all I got out here.
I might be dying.
I make jokes about water all the time, and my water bottle jokes bomb a lot. But what I like to do is bomb a water bottle joke and then go, that's not the worst water bottle joke I've ever told.
I've got more. Do you have any scars?
I got a few. I got one on my knuckle here from when I was probably a year old. I remember, this is a memory that I have, a very, very glimpsey memory where I was hanging on a towel rack in the bathroom at my dad's house. My sister was in the bathtub with me, and my sister, we have the same mom, different dad, so my parents were still married, and the towel rack broke, and it was a ceramic tile wall, and it cut my finger.
Ow.
And I just
You remember that?
I remember falling,
Yeah.
and that's all I remember, but it's a very glimpsey memory.
Yeah. Anything that's really like violent like that,
Yeah.
there's a memory attached.
That's why I feel like I know I wasn't beat as a child, because I don't remember it.
Right.
I feel like I would have.
Yeah.
Or maybe my mind used the towel rack to cover up something else.
It was really your dad on his way out.
Yeah. But I don't get hurt too much these days, but I have little scars on both of my hands from four-wheeler accidents.
Right.
We used to ride a lot of four-wheelers. I flipped one and scraped the hand.
Right.
And then we used to tie things to the back of the four-wheeler and drag around the yard.
Like
one
what?
time, like a old wagon we had, like when the wheels fell off, we just had the top of the red wagon, and we would just sit in it and pull. And then another, we tied a tire to it, and we would just hang on to the tire. But I wanted to get a good grip. This just tells you how smart I was as a kid. I wanted to get a good grip, so I gripped it on both sides. Hand under the tire and one on top. And then when the four-wheeler took off, obviously my hands dragging the ground. So that left that scar there.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Was it fun being in a trailer park?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know, my parents are divorced, so my dad lives on a farm, and my mom lived in the trailer park, but I lived with my mom, so that's where I was most of the time.
Right.
But both places, we were kind of out in the country. My mom's trailer, there was woods behind and woods on the other side. It didn't belong to us.
Right.
But we were in those woods all the time.
Yeah.
So I was really a woods kid.
Yeah.
I was out in the woods all the time.
Fun.
Yeah. I got, beat up a lot. I got shot in the chest with a BB gun when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Went to the hospital. My cousin shot me and went into my chest, through my lung.
No.
As far as I know, the BB is still inside my body to this day.
Oh my God. Why did he shoot you by mistake or just playing around?
He shot me on purpose, but he didn't think the gun was loaded.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so it was my grandfather's air rifle, which, everything was stronger back then.
Yeah.
So it really,
yeah.
but I was just in the hospital overnight.
Jeez.
The doctor told my dad, he goes, we can leave it in or we can take it out. And my dad was like, well, just leave it in. I guess they would have
Cheaper
to do
to keep it
surgery
in?
to get it out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Leave it in.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If you can get an x-ray and see it.
Well, in my 20s, I did get an x-ray and it was still in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Just hanging out.
it's probably, it doesn't, metal detectors don't pick it up.
Right.
And the MRI didn't move it. I've had MRIs done.
Right.
I said, if the MRI rips this thing out, I want it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get to keep it.
Just fun knowing you have a BB in you.
Yeah.
We do a thing on this program called an uncomfortable moment. And, you talk famously about the way you grew up and stuff. And I don't know, I was wondering if you could explain this photo that we found of you as a young person.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Seems like you lived in a mansion with a lot of cars.
I don't know where you found this photo. I tried so hard to hide these. But yeah, that is my mom's place.
I don't see like a wagon being dragged around this yard.
No, well, you could see if we were how that tile, that driveway would hurt. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that is uncomfortable because that kind of blows my whole gig here. But yeah, listen, poor is relative. You should have saw the neighbor's house. We got made fun of a lot. I was poor compared to what they had going on.
Now that you're successful and you have this great career going, are you afraid that your kids are going to grow up soft?
Well, I do think about it because I'm like, but I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do think about it. Now, I have a little land. I bought some land in McMinnville, Tennessee, which is about an hour and a half outside of Nashville. And we go out there, my daughter and son, they play in the creek.
That's
and
good.
they get scraped up and they get bit by fire ants and things like that. So they are experiencing things.
Right.
So I want them to, they won't, hopefully, if things keep going well,
Right.
they won't get the same public school experience that I got.
Right.
I'd like to keep them from that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You liked it.
I liked it, but I think times are different.
Right.
I still got punched in the face, and I got punched in the bathroom one time. I was in the urinal, and a guy tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, he punched me twice in the face. So we had that going on.
Yeah.
I got stabbed by a girl with a pencil in the 8th grade. She stabbed me a few times.
Why?
Because she stole something from me, and I pushed her head, and then she stabbed me a bunch of times. And
no teachers intervened.
no, there was no teacher in the room, but I did snitch.
Here.
The moment the teacher came back, I said, she just stabbed me. And she got expelled. I never saw her again.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I got a day of in-school suspension for pushing her head, but we never saw her again, thankfully. I have been talking about the story recently, so I feel like she will be tracking me down.
With a pencil.
With a pencil. I was on the football team. That was the one year that I was on the football team, and I got made fun of by the coach for getting stabbed by a girl. And but she was bigger than me. I don't know why that was even funny to them. They all knew who she was.
Oh, really?
She stabbed several people that day.
Jeez, she was just on a spree?
Yes.
Same pencil?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same pencil, but she might have had an arsenal there.
Oh, man.
I got headbutted in PE and my eye got swollen shut. I used to get my locker broken into a lot. It's a wild school. So I hate to rob my kids of that experience.
Yeah.
But I would, I think I know some private school kids and they're doing okay.
Right. Yeah. Without trauma.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like I feel blessed because other kids that I know that grew up in the trailer park, they have much worse stories than me.
In what way?
Well, I just think I had good parents, right? As many faults as I could say that my parents had, I think I had good parents.
Right.
These other kids, they not only did they live in a trailer, but their parents were bad.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, that's much worse.
Yeah. Would you see them when you were like playing around that you knew that there was like
or,
wild people in the...
Oh, yeah. Well, for sure. But there were many trailer parks,
Yeah.
So in my town, even I grew up right next to the college, Auburn University, and, campus, they would have trailer parks that a lot of kids would stay in when they went to school. We would later I would party at these college trailer parks.
Right.
But,
college kids, like, they're off-campus housing.
Yeah, and it's like, it was great for parties because you're not, you don't get the police called as often when you're in your own trailer.
Yeah.
But, I just talk to kids now that I grew up with, and they would tell me about their lives growing up, and I go, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I had no idea. My parents loved me.
Right.
And,
they weren't playing with guns and fighting with each other. And
yeah, I mean, we were all playing with a few guns.
Right.
But,
not the fun ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean,
it's so funny when you're a kid. It doesn't matter. You're just growing up. There's no metric of what's rich and what's not and what's having a lot. And it's not until like high school when you like visit someone, you're like, whoa,
that's true.
You live like this?
I told this story on your show with Fortune the first time I ever did it. And also I have it on my, special, but it's like, you're right. It wasn't until high school that I really started to become self-conscious.
Yeah.
Because my address was Lot 8 Morse Trailer Park, right? Which I've now made my company, my LLC or whatever.
Oh, really?
Is now Lot 8. So
oh, nice.
and I never,
that's great.
I'm sure my mom's heard all this, so I don't want to make her feel bad, but she's heard it though. But it's like, getting my learner's permit at 15, I knew that day was coming. Mm-hmm. And I was so worried to have my Lot 8 address on my driver's license. And we moved into a house by the time I turned 15, and it was a big day for me.
It's a big deal.
Big deal. So because when you get your learner's permit, everybody wants to see it.
Right.
They go, let's see your pic. And they would all see my address.
Would you get teased? Like, weren't there a lot of kids in that area?
Don't even know that I would have got teased. Yeah. But I don't know. In my head, I was like, I'm going to be the poor kid.
We were just talking about, I was hanging with Carrot Top the other day, and we were talking about how there's nothing worse growing up and then other kids laughing at you.
Yeah.
Right? There's just the power of that. It's so, you're doing everything in your life to try and fit in, not call attention to yourself. And then like you walk into school and your pants are too short and then you're wrecked for the month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I can imagine like having that address when you're 14 is just like, oof.
Yeah, and it's like, I think sometimes, if I went back to high school now with same body, but my mind now, how much cooler I would be, but I think it would be the opposite.
It takes so long. You think it'd be the opposite?
I think so. I think I'm much lamer now. I'm like, I have like adult brain. Right. And now I'm in high school being like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it'd be funny to see if, like, I thought you were going to say that you, as an adult, like you would go back and be like, you don't care what people think about you because you're an adult. It wouldn't take long to feel pretty shitty about
I think
yourself all over again.
Yeah, because you walk in like, I don't care, but you're like, oh, this is my world, though. I have to care because I don't just get to leave here and go back to my wife and kids. This is because you think about like moments.
Yeah.
I'll think about moments with girls where I go, if I hadn't did this or this would have gone a lot better. And I think if I could go back, I would do it better. And I go, would I though? If I could go back with my adult brain, would I even be in the situation? The girl would be like, this guy's lame. He talks like my dad.
He keeps talking about traffic.
Yeah. He's like, oh, be careful.
Why are we going so late? A 10 o'clock show.
He's always so sleepy.
What kind of dad are you shaping up to be?
I think
you think you're going to be strict?
I think I'm a good dad, but you know, sometimes I get stressed and I yell at my kids.
Yeah.
And I think, well, this is old school parenting, you know?
Yeah.
You yell at the kids a little bit.
Yeah, which is okay.
I garden a little bit, and my son, he's 2, and I'll be out there with him, and then he just starts ripping like little peppers that are not ready to be ripped. He rips them off, and green tomatoes, and I go, no, and he just keeps doing it, and then I'm yelling at him, and then I go, what, does it matter?
Yeah.
Is it better to just let him rip the tomatoes off than to yell at him out here?
I know. That is like, it goes, I would always go back and forth with that. But the weird part is, even though you want to be cool, then you see him rip another pepper off, and you can't even control it.
Yeah.
It just comes out.
I go, why are you not listening? Yeah.
Right.
Why are you not listening? You know what no means.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Because you always hear of how grandparents, it's like, well, when you're a grandparent, then you can really enjoy it because you can just let them do whatever they want. You don't have to discipline them. You can just love them. You could just love them.
Oh, yeah.
And I always thought, well, why not just love them as a parent? But it doesn't work that way.
No.
Yeah.
No, and it's like, you know, sometimes I yell at my kids and then because my wife stays at home with the kids, I'll yell at my kids, and then later at night I'll say to my wife, I'll go, hey, I'm sorry I did that earlier, you know, and she goes, what? She goes, I do that all the time. She goes, I'm happy to see you yelling at them so they don't think it's just me.
Right. Yeah, my wife would really like when you bring down the hammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can just hear her kick back a little bit like, yeah, go get him.
She's like, I think I've ruined my relationship with our daughter for yelling at her. She's like, I just can't handle it all day.
Yeah. So when your parents had split and and you're back and forth and stuff, were you a lot freer than if did they both try and like be nice to you so you would like them more?
I do think so.
Yeah.
I think so because I was older when my dad really started yelling at me. And when I was younger, I really feel like my dad was trying to like really get me to, well, I know he was trying to get me to come live with him. But my dad married another lady with kids.
Right.
And I think if he hadn't, I probably would have.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm like, I don't really even like this lady.
Yeah.
The kids are fine, but I don't like this lady.
Right. That's a weird thing.
And my mom didn't remarry. My mom had a fun, you know, she had 2 daughters from her first marriage. So we had like, you know, we had a cool vibe. It was like me and a bunch of ladies hanging out at the trailer watching WWF and Grease. And, you know,
Right.
I'm getting a weird.
A good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know all the Hulk Hogan things, but I also know all the soundtrack to Grease.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you have to brush your hair out?
I do have to because but sometimes if I'm off the road a little bit, or sometimes I'll forget a brush and it gets pretty naughty.
It does.
And then I'll make jokes about it on stage. Earlier this year, probably in about March, I was going out and I'd go, sorry guys, I forgot to brush my hair this year. And that would get a good laugh.
Yeah.
Because it just, in the back, it'll get so knotted and then it almost sticks up in a way. And I don't notice it till I see a picture of myself later and I go, jeez. People see a special of me. I have makeup and somebody did my hair and then they see me live and they go, what happened to this guy?
He was so slick.
Yeah.
How do you sleep with it? Do you have to put it up?
I do try to put it up.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it because sometimes I sleep on my back a little bit. And I got a little knot in the back of my head. But if not, my hair will get in my face in the night, and I'll get in my mouth. I'll wake up, and I'm like, ah.
Is this the longest it's ever been?
No, I just got to cut a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
It does. Well, it's not much longer than this, but sometimes it gets a bit long.
Right, yeah.
I don't like it to get that long, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hair these days. Sometimes I want to just let it grow real long. Sometimes I did Nate's movie. I did the Breadwinner. I did a scene in that, and the lady doing my hair put it in pigtails. She's like, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wet it. I'm going to put it in pigtails. I'm going to let it dry, and then take it out, and you'll have like all these kind of curls and ruffles." Yeah. And I go, "Okay, cool." And we put it in, and then she goes, "I kind of like it like this. What do you think?" I go, "Yeah, let's do it."
So you just kept pigtails?
In the movie, I had pigtails. And then I kept it all the way through the airport the next day, or later that day. I was like, this feels cool.
Yeah.
And then before I got home, though, I was like, nah, I'm taking this out. I don't want my kids to see me like this.
How's the movie?
I don't know. It's not out, but my scene was good.
What's it about?
I don't know if he wants to even say, but I think the basic premise is that his wife becomes the breadwinner of the show. So
right,
of the movie.
That's pretty funny. That's Nate.
Yeah, but I got a little speaking role.
That's good.
That feels
Is that your
good.
first one?
It's my first one.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I updated my IMDb. I got an account and I updated it, and then it like unupdated itself. So I don't know what happened.
Oh, really?
I guess IMDb went back in and they go, I don't think so. We don't like what you've done here.
We don't think you're really in this movie.
Yeah, I got a couple of specials. I got
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, guys, let me put a picture of myself here.
I'm excited to see your Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah, I got a Cracker Barrel commercial out there. Yeah. First national commercial.
That's cool.
You know what happened was I did on my first special, Working Man. I did a Cracker Barrel joke.
Right.
And I talked positively about the Cracker Barrel.
Oh, nice.
So they gave me a commercial. They go, you know what? Here's a guy not making fun of us.
What was the take on it?
Well, I said, my first was a joke on one of their billboards. They had a sign that said, biscuits are like spoons you can eat.
Oh, right.
And I was like, I don't think so, guys. Biscuit ain't nothing like a spoon. It's like, and they all these signs were in the South. You know, I don't want people driving through the South thinking we're down here trying to eat spoons.
Yeah.
But I
it's
said,
not good for our image.
Yeah, but I said, Cracker Barrel has a great chicken and dumplings. They have a really good chicken and dumplings, and you can also get a side of dumplings. So that's the only place you can get chicken and dumplings and dumplings. You can't do that anywhere else.
That's great. And they caught wind of it, and now you're a spokesman.
Now I'm the spokesman.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have radio spots too, or is it just the TV
I'd like
spot?
to get more Cracker Barrel stuff because the headquarters is in Lebanon, which is right next to Nashville.
Oh, right.
And so people from LA flew in to film the commercial.
Right.
And I drove 10 minutes.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, this is what I'm talking about.
That's
here.
really good. Does it make you think you should talk about certain other products in your specials?
It does. I was told, I should. I think the next special I'm going to talk about how much I love Chevy Silverados. I'd say, they are the best truck and the best looking truck.
Right. Do you have a tractor on your land?
I don't have a tractor, but I wouldn't mind a new John Deere. Those are the best tractors. But that both are true, though. I would love those. I do want to get a tractor at some point.
Yeah.
I want to get one with a backhoe on it so I can dig some holes.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I do want to be able to dig around a bit.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I hate having to hire people to dig.
Yeah.
I'd like to do my own digging.
That would be good.
Yeah.
What are you digging for?
Well, I don't know. I like swales. There's a farming technique where they talk about like if you have kind of a slant, you dig and then the rain comes the water just runs off and doesn't really soak in. But if you
Right.
have little swales, it gives the opportunity to soak in.
Oh, nice.
So I want to build a lot of those around my land, a lot of
Right.
swale. I got this idea. I got a pond idea. I got a creek down at my land at the bottom of the hill. The creek is all mountain stream fed. So
Ooh,
all
nice.
this, so it's crystal clear water. What I want to do is get a solar pump and build a small pond at the top of my land,
Right.
pump water into the pond, and then have a channeling system so the water runs all the way through the land, eventually feeding back to the creek. So I'm not stealing the water, I'm just borrowing it,
Right.
but I'm watering the whole land.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I've already attracted more birds to my land having these
yeah?
swales. And yeah, I want so I can get more birds and deer and turkeys to
and
come
are you
up.
growing stuff that you want to eat?
I got fruit trees. But what I want is the whole food forest idea where you have a canopy of different, you have your bigger, you could have like a pecan tree, very big tree,
Right.
fruit bearing. And then you have an apple tree and then maybe a blueberry bush and then strawberries as a ground cover. So
Right.
every layer is food bearing.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's the idea. And then
And what do you do when the family of bears come in?
Well, I think the idea is that you have enough food
Right.
for all of nature to be able to eat a little bit,
Right.
and we all have some.
That's nice.
So hopefully when the bears come, I can see them, give them a little tip of the hat. And
They'll be respectful.
Yeah, they
They're
go,
like-
we appreciate
They'll
it.
tell their kids, stop, you've had enough.
Yeah,
This guy's being cool.
yeah. And then, that's what I'm into.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of time to go up there?
I don't get very much time.
Yeah.
I did go recently for a few days, but I don't have Wi-Fi out there. I don't want Wi-Fi, but it always feels like I plan a trip and then, my management's like, hey, we got some Zoom calls for you. And I'm like, can't we just make these regular phone calls?
Yeah, right.
Do we have to look at each other to talk?
I know. Enough already. Just, yeah.
This is what COVID did. Two things, one good, one bad, right? Good thing is a lot of in-person meetings can now become Zooms. That's the good thing. The
Right.
bad thing is regular phone calls are now Zooms.
Right.
There's no need for this.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to just call. Do you call your friends? Just a phone call?
A little bit.
I'm
I have
so-
a few friends I talk to. Like
Yeah.
that.
I'm doing that more. And the big thing is just calling them out of the blue.
Oh,
not
yeah.
saying I'm going to call.
Yeah.
That really feels like an invasion to some people.
I like doing that because they pick up because they think it's an emergency. But really, I'm like, hey, I'm driving from Kansas to Arkansas, and I just needed a friend.
Right. Just want to talk this hour out.
Yeah. You got an hour? Because I am bored.
You're heading out on the road right now?
Yeah, this weekend I'm in Huntsville, Alabama on Friday.
Oh,
and
nice.
Saturday I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Huntsville is where they isn't that where the NASA
That's
started?
where NASA is, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They have some cool rockets around there.
Yeah, Huntsville's now the new biggest city in Alabama, I think. I'm
Oh,
just
really?
told they've taken over Birmingham.
Oh,
Birmingham
nice.
was the biggest.
Was it a bloody fight or?
I think more people move there.
Oh, that's good. That's peaceful.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then I'm going up to Wisconsin. I just do weekends, really. I try to
Yeah.
keep it because I got two small kids and I don't
Yeah.
want to be gone all the time. So I just go out Friday and Saturday, come home, go back
great.
out. But I do
the
have
same.
next Thursday, I had
Yeah.
to go out because I got a Cracker Barrel corporate gig.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, so-
Oh man, you're gonna have so much Cracker Barrel.
I know, I'm fully immersed in Cracker Barrel.
That's amazing.
I like to think they cater their own corporate events, and it's just, those big metal dishes with the fire underneath it,
Yeah.
just chicken and dumplings all across the board.
That's amazing. Do you want to touch my provolone?
Yes, I do. Wow, look at that thing. Oh, yeah. That's a good provolone.
Right?
Got some girth to it.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah.
You're the first guest to touch it.
Oh, nobody touches it?
No.
I do that.
Yeah.
People bring me food sometimes to my shows,
Yeah.
and I ate it.
Yeah.
And I had a guy at the club goes, "Oh, you're the first comic I've ever seen eat the stuff that people bring."
I know.
I go, "What? Everybody's not eating it?"
I eat it too.
Yeah.
I tell my wife I don't, but
Okay.
but I eat everything.
Yeah.
I figure, especially if it's baked goods, I'm like, how much would they have to hate you to like bake a pie to get you.
Yeah, and if it does kill you, what a way to go. They go, yeah, he got poisoned by a fan. Apparently the guy had been commenting online, and Dusty was going back and forth with him, which is what I do.
Yeah, he made some donuts and killed him.
I call people idiots.
I baked this bread for you.
Oh, thank you.
And
I actually been eyeing this, hoping it was mine.
It is yours.
Yeah, thank you.
It is yours. I made it this morning. Oh, no, last night. Last night. Stayed up late.
Thank you.
I was like, either I got to get up early and bake it, or I can just go till about midnight. And yeah, it's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's too bad you have to go to the Comedy Store tonight, or you could have just taken it back to your hotel and eaten it.
I know. I will probably be sitting in a parking lot somewhere eating this bread. If I can stop off at a store and find some cheese, I'll eat quite a bit of this bread.
Yeah. There you go.
I love bread and cheese on the road.
Oh, it's the best. It's nothing better.
Yeah, a loaf like this, just ripping off little pieces.
So good. The only thing for me, I really like red wine with that.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't drink anymore.
No, I stopped eating rotisserie chicken too, but I used to, when I would sell pesticides, every once in a while we'd have to call in a Walmart. So I'd go in there and get a loaf of bread and a rotisserie chicken and sit out in the parking lot and eat that.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah.
Why are you off the rotisserie chicken?
I don't know. I feel like I read stuff that they're doing stuff to the rotisserie.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, something's not good about it.
Geez.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. Because now, even if they're not, I can't eat it and not think about it.
Yeah. That's so sad.
It is sad.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You keep getting better and better. You were great before, and I just had so much fun watching it.
Well, thank you.
You're very funny. And
well, thank you. And I know we're doing a show tomorrow together, so I'm pumped about that.
yeah, that's right. We're doing a show at the Largo.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that.
It's a big show, and I keep forgetting about.
I'm happy that you're on it. It was offered to me, and they said it was something to do with the Dodgers, and I thought it would be at the stadium.
Oh.
So I said no. I was like, that sounds terrible. I don't want to do that. And they go, oh, it's in a theater. And I go, oh, okay. Well, that'll be fun.
Have you performed at Largo?
No.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Okay.
Such a great room.
All right.
Really great.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
We got it, kids.